Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and in today's video, we are going to be doing some comparison between Bitcoin and Dogecoin. You guys have been asking for Dogecoin content. Today is 420, April the 20th, and it is Doge Day, and there is a strong possibility that Dogecoin is about to break out and go straight to the moon and hit $1. We're going to be talking about all of that and more in today's video. If you do enjoy today's video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and if you want to know why I'm wearing a suit, head over onto our Instagram. We have quite a few stories over there that I'm sure you will get a kick out of. Go follow us at CryptoJebb. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. We start our journey on none other than Dogecoin. As you guys can see, Dogecoin currently finds itself in a 7-day long ascending triangle pattern with a flat level of resistance sitting at 43 cents and an uptrending level of support sitting right here. You can see that Dogecoin has come to the very end of this consolidation pattern and is likely to break out either to the upside or to the downside relatively soon. It is our job in this video to figure out which one is going to happen and compare it to Bitcoin. Speaking of which, let's take a look at Bitcoin. You guys will probably know from yesterday's video that Bitcoin is currently sitting upon new support on this uptrending level of support and also has support down here at $50,500. Looking at the VPVR out here on the daily chart, we can see on the volume profile, otherwise known as the VPVR, that there is a strong zone of support sitting right below us in between $46,000 and $50,000 on Bitcoin. In the same way that Dogecoin has to look for a breakout opportunity relatively soon, Bitcoin very soon is going to have to decide if it wants to break this uptrending level of support and pull to the downside, or if Bitcoin is going to rally to the upside. Now, before we get into technical predictions on where we think Bitcoin and Dogecoin are going to go, let me give you a bit of background on both of them. Bitcoin was first mined and thus created on January 3rd, 2009. Its Genesis block was mined that day, and Dogecoin was created and launched on December 6th, 2013. Both of these are very old projects, but they were created for very different purposes. Bitcoin was created to be a decentralized, trustless, limited supply digital currency, a digital form of cash. We talk about in all of our videos here on the channel what all of those different terms I just said mean. They're very important, but for the sake of this video, just understand that Bitcoin was designed to be a digital form of currency that is superior to current forms of currency like the US dollar, like the euro, like the British pound, because it has a limited supply, it is non-inflationary, and you don't need to worry about your money losing value over time in the same way that you lose money in the US dollar or the British pound or the euro every single year due to inflation. Bitcoin was designed to be a superior money to that which we have right now. On the other hand, the Dogecoin co-founder says he can't comprehend calls for the joke crypto he created. He calls it a joke crypto to hit $1. Bitcoin was designed with a very serious intent. Bitcoin was designed to overthrow traditional finance. It was designed to liberate millions and possibly even billions of people from the shackles of limited supply centralized currency that has been stealing their wealth for generations. Dogecoin was created as a joke. Most of you guys know that, but for those of you who don't know that, Dogecoin and Bitcoin were created for two very different things. And that's important because Bitcoin has an actual reason for being in existence. Dogecoin was never created to be worth $50 billion like it is right now. A lot of people talk about how Bitcoin is tulip mania. Everybody's getting excited about it. It's in a bubble. It's going to dump. Bitcoin is not, because it has true value beneath it. It has a limited supply form of currency. For the same reason that gold is worth $10 trillion to this day, 6,000 years after we started mining it, Bitcoin has value because of its limited supply and hardness and soundness of money, just like gold. Dogecoin doesn't have those fundamentals behind it. Dogecoin does not have a reason to be a long-term currency. Now, guys, you have to understand something. If the vast majority of people want Dogecoin to be in acceptance, then it's going to happen. If the vast majority of people want Dogecoin to go to $1, which, by the way, right now they do, then it's going to go to $1. In fact, I'm here to tell you that it probably will go to $1 in the next couple of days, especially based on the technical analysis we're talking about. But here's the analogy that I want to use if you're thinking about investing in Dogecoin. Remember, trading is anything you do within a year. In this case, I'm talking about trading within a day. But investing is where you stay in a cryptocurrency or a project or an asset or a commodity or a piece of real estate for over a year. You experience long-term capital gains taxes. If you are investing in a cryptocurrency, you're going to want to invest in Bitcoin. As far as trading, there is a trade opportunity in Dogecoin that we're going to talk about right now. But if you're planning on investing in Dogecoin, here's an analogy for you. That is very similar to when a drawbridge opens up. You try and jump the drawbridge in your car. And by the way, You might land it, and it might be the coolest thing that you've ever done, and you might have a story for the rest of your life. There's a 90% chance you're going to die, though. I'm just being honest with you, and that's what investing in Dogecoin is like. Yes, there's a chance, a very small chance, that is going to end up awesome, but if that happens, it's purely based on luck. Dogecoin is not a bad project. People love it. It having recognition, it having adoption and acceptance is one of the fundamentals that we need to look at. But that has to be built on something. That has to be predicated on something, and right now it's predicated on nothing. So with that said, let's jump back onto the chart. The very first thing I want to do is establish why Dogecoin is likely to have a breakout in the next couple of hours, more than likely in the next day or two. Quite simply, guys, it's because we're in an ascending triangle pattern. For anyone who has gone through our academy on technical analysis, that's what we're doing right here. Charting is a form of technical analysis. You will know that this is called an ascending triangle pattern. It's ascending and triangle because it's in the shape of a triangle pattern and it's ascending. It's pointing to the upside. The name makes a lot of sense. These 70% of the time, statistically speaking, will break bullish. They will break to the upside, and that would mean that Dogecoin would rally, maybe even up here to $1. But remember, 30% of the times is not 70%, so 30% of the time they're going to break to the downside. So the very first thing that I need to establish is that because we're so far into this pattern, a large breakout with large volume confirmation is likely within the next 48 hours. Now the question becomes, which direction does Bitcoin or Dogecoin break out? Well, here's the thing, guys. There are zero fundamentals that say that Dogecoin will be worth anything in the long run other than a joke currency. And by the way, comedy is valuable. There is money in the comedy industry. There is value in the entertainment industry with comedy. This is true. And that is probably going to mean that Dogecoin won't ever go back to zero, but it does mean that Dogecoin is not going to stay at $50 billion. It's just not going to happen. However, that might not happen immediately because I am inclined to believe that Dogecoin might actually break 40 cents and rally to $1. I never thought I'd say that, but it looks like it might actually happen, and I'll tell you why. If we look over here on Google Trends, you can see that search interest for the word Dogecoin has jumped by over an order of magnitude within the last 7 days. Hype drives buying pressure, which drives the market capitalization up, which causes the price to go to the upside. Dogecoin has a lot of hype behind it. A lot of people want it to go to $1. It's probably going to go to $1. But here's the thing. At one point, Bitcoin went to $20,000 and rallied all the way from $3,000, 600% in the span of 90 days to $20K. And then guess what happened? Because Bitcoin didn't have the fundamentals to back up that price yet, it pulled back 70% in the next 50 days following. Another example is over here on Bitcoin Cash. When Bitcoin Cash launched and then it rallied all the way up to $4,400, it crashed 98% in the span of a year. I can go on and on, guys. I can literally sit here and list off another 100 cryptocurrencies that have gone into massive rallies and crashed. If you're familiar with the GameStonks thing that happened a couple of months ago, you'll remember GameStop and a couple of other currencies or a couple of other stocks like AMC had huge rallies and then they dumped because GameStop is not worth a couple $100 billion. It's worth like $15-20 billion. It was overvalued. And yes, the people that bought in it at the right time made money. But my warning to you is not necessarily to avoid trading this. There is profit to be made in Dogecoin. You go right ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with making a trade. I encourage you guys to trade when there is strong evidence that the trade is going to go in your favor. In this case, because of all the hype, I can actually pretty confidently say Dogecoin is about to jump. That being said, I have nothing wrong with trading Dogecoin, just to be crystal clear. And this is the last time we're going to talk about Dogecoin on the channel for a little while. What I do want you to be careful about is investing in it. Investing in Dogecoin means that you're buying the fundamentals. If you're trading Dogecoin, then you're trading the hype. The hype will make you money, but the hype is probably going to last another week or two. Everybody's going to forget about it, and it's going to crash. You mark my words, you can quote me on this. It will crash. I can almost guarantee you that. Do not invest in Dogecoin. It is a bad idea. However, if you're planning on trading it, you go right ahead. There's money to be made. Just please be very careful and use a stop loss. If you don't know what a stop loss is, you need to look it up. We also teach about stop losses in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy that you can find a link to in the description box down below if you'd like to learn more about this space so that you will be able to profit in this space. And to leave you, I will give you one short little lesson. I have become a millionaire working in cryptocurrency markets. I have a staff of 10 people now. We actually just did a photo shoot, or not a photo shoot, we did an advertisement shoot. That's why I'm wearing this suit. I've been in cryptocurrency for 4 years, guys. So if you just joined the cryptocurrency space, welcome. We are so incredibly blessed and honored and happy to have you here. Let me tell you something that I've learned the hard way. Trying to get rich quickly doesn't work for most people. 1% of the time, you win the lottery and you get rich. But here's the problem. Even when that happens, how many lottery winners have lost all their money overnight because they didn't know how to spend it. They didn't know how to save it. They didn't know how to invest it. They didn't know how to keep it. However, the people that got rich slowly ended up staying rich, and they ended up staying very successful. I want you guys to get rich. I want you guys to make a lot of money because I believe that you guys will do good things with that money. At least I hope you will. I'm speaking to the people that will. But here's the thing. If you don't do it right, as soon as you get it, it will leave. Here's an axiom that you can remember. Those who get rich overnight can lose their wealth overnight. Those who get rich over time will retain their wealth over time. Understand the wisdom that I've had to learn the hard way because I've made this mistake too. If you want to get rich, don't try and ride one cryptocurrency to the moon and then be a millionaire next week. It's going to take more work than that. There's a reason that when you think of a millionaire, you normally think of someone who's hardworking and diligent and they've been in the space for a long time and they've been persevering. There's a reason that you think of those attributes when you think of someone that's successful. It's because those attributes are the thing that made them successful, not just buying the right cryptocurrency. So go make your money on Dogecoin. Feel free to trade it. I am not going to judge you in the slightest, but I do warn you against investing in it for your own sake. It's because I care about you guys. I don't want you to get hurt, and I'm not going to jump on the hype train of Dogecoin just because it'll get me some views. By the way, guys, just to make my point crystal clear here, it is my job to be real with you. It is my job to shoot you straight. It is my job to tell you the truth, even when it's unpopular. If I made a video right now talking about how I just bought $100,000 worth of Doge and I'm going to ride it to $1 and I'm going to make $1 million and you should follow me, I'd probably get 500,000 views on this video. This video only might get 10,000 views, but that's okay because I'm willing to compromise on success for the sake of my integrity. And if that's something you can get behind, smash that subscribe button because we may be one of the only channels in cryptocurrencies, bar a few of them, that takes that very seriously. If that's something you want to get behind, subscribe to the channel. We're heading to 100K subs very soon, probably next month. I would love to see you come along for the ride. Anyway, guys, I've been rambling enough. That's going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.